Hi, recently UniRock did a stream about his claims about people doing fraudulent fundraisers, and during that stream he linked my name with it, and I did this video where I felt that he had libelled or slandered me about 13 times. I wanted to do a stream with him where I could address his claims, and I made several attempts to contact him. Apparently, he made several attempts to contact me too. It looks as though there was just a breakdown in communications. Anyway, as I hadn't had a response, I did a second video, this one, that was a breakdown and my defence against each of the claims or insinuations that were made in his video. Shortly after that second video went out, I heard that UniRock was on his Discord having a chat with a number of people, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity, without trying to organise things, just to jump in and have a chat with him about these allegations and my defence of them. To protect everybody, I decided to record this conversation. I did actually mean to say up front that I was recording it, but I forgot, although I did mention it at the end, and Uni was happy for me to have recorded it and happy for me to uploaded it. Now, there are a couple of points that other people jump in with unrelated comments, and so I'm quite happy to redact those voices because they didn't agree to be recorded. So here is that conversation. I felt it was actually very civil, and I was quite happy with the way it went. As far as I'm concerned, it appears that the whole situation has finished, which is great. So just for the record, here is that conversation between myself and UniRock.
Scary that the minute he saw it, that's when everything just went bunkus. That's when everything just upside down.
No, it's Mr. Sensible.
Mr. Sensible. I thought it was Colin. Hey, man. Good.
Hello. Right. Now, can I just...
Choking on my vape.
Okay. Now,
yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say, I've only got 10 or 15 minutes because it's 11, just come at 11 p.m. tonight, and I'm up early for work tomorrow. And I just thought I'd like to very politely but firmly address this issue, if I may.
Of course.
Okay. Right. Now, I know that you said on some Twitter space thing tonight, you said I was lying and I hadn't tried to contact you and so on. Now, I have, but let's leave that aside because that's not the main issue, okay? My main issue...
I can fix that.
Go ahead, look, my main issue is that during that previous stream, you had been talking about the various people that you have accused, rightly or wrongly, but you have accused of involvement in what you've called fraud raisers and so on, and then you link my name with it. My point is, I have never held a fundraiser. I have never been involved in a fundraiser. I have never advertised a fundraiser. I haven't even donated to a fundraiser. Now, you made all sorts of comments like I was lying, that... I should be regarded as a scammer and so on. Now, I did a video where I pointed out...
Hold on, real quick. I just want to address before you get too far out so that I don't miss something. I don't know if maybe, like, I know I do a long stream, so I know it's hard for anyone to watch everything I've said, but I don't recall saying that about you. If I did say that and it sounded as if it was directed to you, I will remove it from my video out of, kindness and stuff, but... I don't know if maybe there's confusion or something, but I need to go back and watch it. So you're basically saying it was in the video where I brought you up about, I think it was when the whole FTFE thing first popped off, and I brought you up in right. I need the title of that video.
Yeah. It wasn't very long ago. It was within the past couple of weeks. Okay.
Sure.
You mentioned FTFE. A couple of others, and Mr. Sensible.
I mentioned all of you.
It's the first time that Mr. Sensible has been mentioned. Now, my point is, as I've had absolutely no connection with any fundraiser, right? Now, I don't deny that I know some of those people, including Fight, I know some of those people, but just because I know them, just because I may have done videos with them, or that I'm friends with them, does not mean that I have any connection. Now, I am not... making any comment about the actual fundraisers because I'm not involved, so I don't know. Now, okay. Now, if you are saying that perhaps my name's been dragged in almost accidentally. Let me say this real quick. Let me just. I'm not saying it was accidentally. What I'm saying is I brought up the fact that you had
taken over Kat's channel, and I in a very detailed way explained everything I was saying. And the whole point is, everything you just said, I recall also saying that. So I don't ever recall your name being dragged into the fraud raiser issue. Yes, your name came up in a stream where the fraud raiser issue was mentioned,
right?
But
yes.
it was brought up around with McToon.
Right.
Over you guys taking over those channels.
Okay.
So real quick,
let
me, because I got a bunch of people in here who watch the stream, so I just want to ask real quick.
Well, no, listen,
go ahead.
I really only do have 10, 15 minutes, okay?
No, please, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, yes, you mentioned about the taking over the channel. So, let me just address that. Katz was moving away from Flat Earth and that debunking, wanting to start a new channel. He had the two channels, Baldy Cats and Conspiracy Cats, that basically were festering and slowly would die, and he decided rather than that, give them to two people.
I don't have an issue with you guys taking over the channel. You know, I made sure to say that night.
Okay, so, and I see Nerd Angles just posted a link to that video in a Discord. Thank you, Nerd Angle. Good. Right, so during that, you mentioned. I mean, you did say at one point, you said, I have no problem with Mr. Sensible, but I do have a problem with him not calling out fundraisers and fraud raisers or whatever and things like that. Basically, my point is, you were talking all about fraud raisers, right? And your allegations, let's leave it as that, but your allegations against Reds, Fight and other people, and linking me with it, because my name was laced throughout. Okay, now I wasn't happy about that, so that's why I did my first. Okay, that's why I did my first video, and then I tried to hook up with you, and for whatever reason, your fault or my fault, we didn't hook up. Okay, so
probably a little both, but it's okay.
Okay, so therefore tonight, what I did was I did a video which took the 13 pieces of your stream that I felt were libeling or slandering me, and addressed each one. Basically, my point is... My point... So you haven't watched it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I will, but I just haven't.
Please do, because basically I addressed each one and was saying... the main point is, I've never been in a fundraiser, run a fundraiser, been organised with a fundraiser, advertised a fundraiser, donated to a fundraiser, okay? No matter who by... and there was a comment about running to the hills when busted. Well, obviously, from my point of view, I was trying to contact you, so that didn't hold. And about about keeping the fundraisers going to keep the money coming in, I showed a clip from one of my streams where someone offered £1,000 to me, okay, to help support my next Mage project, and I turned him down. Because I felt it was too much.
Well, let me just say something real quick.
Yeah, please do. I think I made my point, so please do.
That's what I got too. That is what I got. Okay, Nate. So look, Mr. Sensible.
Go ahead.
Listen. Okay, so first off, I want you to understand that these aren't allegations. The
they are
raisers,
if you.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, sorry, please do. Please,
no,
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
I will be specific. Just give me time. I get it. No, completely get it. I like you. I don't have an issue with you. And we had a major. What I want to communicate. So I'll just say the point. And maybe Navy, correct me if I go off. But what I want to communicate is, I completely understand that creators wouldn't look at this. I wouldn't have looked at this a couple years ago when, I'm doing my content. I'm trying to avoid drama and trolls. You never know who's lying. You never know who's not. So I'll say it in like a minute. These fraud raisers are real. They are absolutely real. Everybody in this room has been a supporter of Reds and Steve and you and Cats and everyone. And we love that community. And what happened isn't you. And it even isn't me. I do take responsibility because... Well, okay, you get me, Spackle, you get me. Well, you were GDC, which was long ago you were a supporter of them. So anyway... He's about to leave.
Can we let you continue, please?
Yeah. Okay, so my point is, I want you because I really do think you're a good guy, and I do think maybe like and I promise you I'll watch your video tonight after my stream, so it'll be late, and I'll go in to anywhere where I even could have insinuated you improperly, and I will trim it with the YouTube editor, or just take the video down completely and upload to people a new like a statement on what's up. Okay.
Okay. So, I will just have to jump in a second. Yeah, tonight's video was just addressing the points. If you want to see,
I get that.
If you want to see the video which has you saying things that I pull the points from, that's the video before. Absolutely.
Okay. And I've seen parts of that. So almost all of it.
And I would say, I'm not asking you to trim or take it down, okay?
I want to.
Okay,
I want to.
But that would be up to you.
If
you look at it and think, do you know what, he's right? To be honest, if you just said, hey, I was wrong, that's fine. That's all I would need.
I will.
Okay.
I'm going to do a statement no matter what, just to be respectful to the fact that you came in. Though, just to finish what I'm saying, because I know you got to go, and I hope we can talk again soon, maybe just for a little bit, and whenever you got time again. But my intention, and the rest of everyone here's intention, is to not troll, to be accurate, and to attempt to rectify what's going on. And when you look at us, or myself, I got to speak for me. When you look at me streaming and what I'm doing, yes, I will admit that sometimes I mix people up a little bit. Though is, and I will take responsibility after I look at your video, but deeper. But that is happening due to extreme countermeasures from people that have stolen large amounts of money. Those countermeasures literally are meant to mix up who is doing this and who isn't. And I do try to be very specific, because I do know the damage or the effect that even non-slanderous discussion can have on another person's channel. Though mixing into trying to do what we're doing, and again, I will put the claim on my head. I can prove each of those fraud raisers that we have concluded are fraud raisers have concrete evidence, to the point where 4 of them have been absolutely admitted to openly on YouTube. So I'll end there, but I just want you to know that now that we've talked, I'll rectify everything and make sure that there is no even slight conjecture. Okay, I'll do everything in my power.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that. With regard to those 4 that you're talking about, I am not and have not commented about them, whether they are or aren't, because they literally have nothing to do with me. Okay, so I'm not arguing it, but what I would, a friendly bit of advice, honest advice, constructive advice, I hope. I have nothing against a channel wanting to investigate something. I really haven't, because if something is found, then it should be dealt with. And as you will see when you watch my video, your original stream going back over a year ago about the £10,000 that 2 tubers had apparently stolen, I put a comment in your vid that you replied to that said, "Hey, you need to report this to the police." Okay, so I'm definitely not against that. But
I get you.
The friendly bit of advice is, because you mentioned as well, these several people are threatening to sue me or so on. That was, I really understand that, because, if you're making accusations or being a bit slapdash about naming people, then possibly someone could attempt to sue you, whether they succeed or not.
They could attempt to.
Yeah. Now, okay, let's say it's someone you've got some rock solid evidence again. You'd be able to defend yourself by saying, "No, Mr. Judge, there's the rock solid evidence. He did it." Okay, so it's not slander or libel or anything. That's fine. But then you mention someone else, and actually, I'm not threatening to sue you, but let's say I was. You wouldn't be able to show any involvement, because there is no involvement. So it would be
that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point, though, is that I'm very specific with what I say. I do make mistakes. So I think once I watch the video and we talk again, I'll have a better response to that. I will go back to as far as saying that, what has happened is when I called out the original fraud raisers, it was 1.5 years before it broke on YouTube. So what Reds had done, and who cares, just people had done, was go around and organize a large group of people to go around and start this entire misinformation campaign. And so it would cloud to people what I'm saying, what I'm not saying, and that works against the fact that I do long streams. And so there is a rumor, there is a stated thing that I do this a lot. I don't. I will put it on my channels. You can go through them. I know you can't because they're just so long, but I always demand anyone who comes to me to do what you've done, which is show clips, and I respect you for that. And that's why, you know, I'm talking to you and I'm going to change things. But in response to you stating someone's going to sue me, trust me, I get that 100%, and I stand behind my content. I stand behind it because anytime anyone's ever done what you've just did, I put it to everyone who's here, who's witnessed it. I have never turned down talking to anybody. One thing I want to correct really fast, I promise, 10 seconds. I did not run from Red's rhetoric. I have 4 debate emails for between Cats and between Modern Day Debate, where they both did not come to debate me. So, I'm just trying to say that they didn't come. It's why they go around and say, Uni defamed me and he slandered me. They never came. They've never talked to me about this since it happened. So you doing that, I'm going to do everything I can for you, like I would anyone else. So.
I cannot, and I have no need to speak for Red's fight or any of the other people. Okay, they can all fight their own battle, stand their own ground. Okay. Sure. All right. Okay. So if you watch my 2 videos, obviously there's tongue in cheek and that sort of thing. I mean, you said
no. That doesn't get me, man. That doesn't get me. Okay. That's why I fired back. I knew you doing that. If I fired back a little, it wouldn't bother you. So that's why I did it. So.
Yeah, that's right. If we put ourselves out there,
I respect that.
Yeah. And I mean, we're all attacked and taken the mickey out of, and that's fine. Yes. I don't have a problem with that. Okay,
we all got thick skin. We're men.
But if you can obviously address the actual or look at the actual thing that I'm saying, that the clips in the first video of you speaking, where I then caption what I feel is libel, and then in the second video where I take all of those and then I address each one. Okay.
And I will upload it to my channel and I will correct it. And it'll be soon. I won't sit on it. I give you my word. So you can judge me after I do it, whether I do it or not. So
okay. Well, I appreciate the discussion. Uni, I have been recording this, and I've had no problem.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, are you okay if I upload this? I think it's a reasonable conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I look forward to that. That's all I ask.
One thing.
Yeah.
Come back and talk to me again, please. After I upload, even for a minute, just come talk to me again.
I have no problem. And like I said, I was genuinely trying to contact you. I don't know what happened then, but I genuinely made several contacts. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, then.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, Mr. Sensible. Mr. Sensible.
Yeah.
One thing. All I ask is that when the people other than us spoke, Nate and Spackle, you can ask them if they don't mind being uploaded. I don't think Nate would care, but I'm just saying I'm giving you permission for me to be uploaded. Like, I don't know what you want to do about that stuff.
Right, so basically I only joined just before you said hello, colon. So if there's another clip, because Nate said something just in the middle there.
He came in
so what I'll do is I'll just snip that. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, man.
The other person, high level, what was it you just said? Okay, I'll try and clip all those out as well. Not a problem. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers, then. Good night.
Mm-hmm. Good night.
So as you can see, it looks as though all is well. Uni appeared, because I don't want to put words in his mouth, appeared to be saying that he didn't really mean to make any allegations against me. There may be errors. I might have been sort of swept up with everything else. Who knows? But he did chat with me respectfully, and it looks as though that will be the end of it, which is smashing. So until I see you all again, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.